What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Wordcast. Every Monday, we bring you the latest in video game news, chat about survival horror, machinima, and what's going on at the Word Productions. I'm one of your hosts, Shaun Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
There we go.
Shayla Hill.
Hi.
And Maple.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You can find the Wordcast at youtube.com/thewordproductions, and you can also get it on Google Play. Jazz.
What?
I would ask how your Thanksgiving was, but that doesn't.
It was a month ago.
That doesn't exist in your dimension. So
it does.
How was your week?
It was. My week was awesome.
Great, riveting stuff. Thank you for sharing with the
novel's
internet.
Coming out next week.
Great, 1 page.
Not even.
It's like half a page. It's like
I wrote my story in somebody else's book.
Just like
so I don't have to pay the publisher.
A little note inside somebody else's book.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else?
I was helping Shayla learn how to speak French. Guaranteed she forgot everything she learned.
Shayla, can you confirm or deny this? Perfect.
Wait.
Okay, So, Shayla.
Yeah.
Other than learning French, how was your Thanksgiving? How was your week?
Oh, so awesome, because Jazz has Monster Hunter now, and she plays...
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I haven't been on the podcast for a while, and...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we know. Everybody knows.
And I ate a lot of turkey and actually had a day off from work.
Ooh, days off from work are good.
Right? It
I
doesn't
like
happen.
those. No, it's infrequent, but they are nice.
Yeah.
Anything else other than Thanksgiving?
Just that I started the Monster Hunter machinima.
Oh, shit.
What
does that mean, you started it? What did you do?
I started writing the script, capturing footage. The script, one of the scenes is already written. So I've been kind of looking at different editing softwares to use and found one, did a couple like little test scenes, and I think I'll be able to have at least like one scene ready to get like voice acted soon.
What the hell are you using to edit?
So it's a program called, let me pull it up, Video Leap.
Sounds great.
Actually, it's really nice. You have to pay, but it has it has all the stuff you'd want in a video editing software. Like you have like things like you can tweak the color and like you can do the clips and it can have multiple video, like audio and video on the timeline. And you can do like overlays and green screen animation kind of stuff, like multi-layer. So
nice.
Yeah.
So is it like one of those free things, free software?
It's like you get like you can try it out for free, and then like after a couple days you either have to pay for it monthly or like you pay $60 and it's just yours.
More monthly subscription bullshit.
But that's only optional.
That's good.
It's
that's good. At least you don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's like if you don't have $60 right now and you really you just need to use it for a month and then you might not use it again for a while, then you just pay like the subscription fee and then cancel it when you don't, But if it's something you're going to use like all the time, then you just pay like the $60 and you're good to go.
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
Can't wait to see what you do with that machinima. Maple, you also live in the no Thanksgiving dimension, so I won't ask how your Thanksgiving was, but how was your week?
My week has been pretty hectic, actually. A lot more work and whatnot. I've been seeing a lot of your people coming up to my workplace.
Your people?
What do you mean, your people?
Racist.
They're coming from your dimension, and they came to our dimension, and, that kind of regular stuff happens. They went to see family and friends and all that great joys and, eagles.
All the eagles flying south.
Eagles turning into geese.
There you go. But yeah, it's been pretty busy for the past week, and hopefully it should calm down now. It should come down now.
Nice.
Your people are going to calm down.
Oh, wow. I feel hurt, okay?
We love
feel
you.
hurt.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna start a movement, okay? For the white man. For the American.
Where's that fucking wall we were promised?
Oh, it's coming. Wow. Are you still doing your retro revisiting endeavor?
Yes, I'm now playing Kudelka.
Oh my god, you have that? Nice.
Yes,
That one's rare.
I'm playing that, revisiting the whole survival RPG kind of mixture. It's very interesting, and I have to say, the voice acting is not that bad. It's actually decent.
Oh, it's actually voice acted? Nice.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. It's like, this is good.
It's a rare one.
Yeah, very rare game. I was like, wow, this is actually good.
Yeah, I actually got that about a year ago, and it cost me $75. It's really
well
expensive.
worth
What the fuck?
It better be.
It's well worth it.
So that game, it's like I know it's like a survival horror game, but isn't it also kind of RPG-ish?
Yes, it borrows a lot of elements from Final Fantasy Tactics mixed with Resi. But if there's one thing about the game that I wish they kind of fixed before they had launched it was, you know how in Resident Evil you can see the items very clearly what you need to pick up, right? You can, some of them are hidden, but you know exactly what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
In Kudelka, it's really hard to see the items. You're not sure if it's there, so you kind of have to like press X everywhere you're looking just to pick up something, or it's just there and you see it. So that might be a bit of an issue, but besides that, it seems like a great game thus far.
As long as you played like other PS1 era games, you kind of go into that expecting that interface. So I mean, I'm not too concerned about it, but I'm sure like the modern gamer or like younger gamers are gonna fucking hate that.
Oh, for sure. It's like, where is it? Am I missing something? I can't find it.
There's not a giant arrow that tells me exactly where to go. This is bullshit.
I don't know where I'm going. Where's my next objective?
I don't know how to play this game. It's not telling me exactly what I need to do.
Yes. So yeah, for those who've played Resident Evil, this will be, another
What's
walk.
Resident Evil?
Jazz, you know what Resident Evil is?
What are those?
Oh my gosh.
I think I heard of that game once or twice.
I don't know you people. Well, yeah, that's what it is. I haven't finished it yet, so yeah, probably next week we'll find out how that goes.
Nice. Yeah, you have to let us know how it ends up.
What, you want me to give you spoilers?
Well, don't tell us the ending, but tell us how it was overall.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
No problem.
For me, my week wasn't too bad. If you recall, last week I was trying to track down a few packages that were missing in action. I managed to get my hands on 2 of the 3 so far, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
I got my 2 limited run packages, which consist of Thumper Collector's Edition on PS4, Saturday Morning RPG Collector's Edition on Switch, and Cosmic Star Heroine Collector's Edition on PS4. And they're actually really nice. They're really high quality. I'll have to put up some pictures or do a video or something. So, limited run games, call me about that sponsorship. I know you're listening. No luck on the package from Alec yet, unfortunately. I really hope that doesn't get lost, because there's some really good shit
Marmalade.
in there. I will be upset. Yeah, no Marmalade. But yeah, still trying to figure out what's going on with that. Did some Black Friday shopping because I love to torment myself. Schwartz Friday. Excuse me.
I have a question about Black Friday.
Yeah.
Is it really true? Is it exactly as it's seen in the news and then on Reddit, how crazy it gets for you guys?
It can be. Like, it's not typical, but I have seen some pretty crazy shit. Like, I worked at Target, like, forever ago, and when I worked there, like, people literally, like, as soon as the door opened, it was an ocean of people, like, pushing each other down, like, fucking making a mad dash for the electronics section. Like, it was...
Oh my god.
It was legitimately, like, fucking scary.
It's like the elevator and Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Like, the last couple of years that I've been just kind of in it shopping as a consumer rather than an employee, it's actually been pretty decent. It's slowed down a lot just because I think with like Amazon and just online retailers and kind of the whole Black Friday experience kind of being a little bit more spread out. Like, you can buy Black Friday things like a couple days early at some places, and just being able to go online during Black Friday, I think that kind of thins out the crowd. So that kind of makes it a little bit more manageable, which is good. Less deaths, which is always nice.
Because children saw Jingle All the Way as are grown up now. Like, children that saw Jingle All the Way like grew up, and now they're like, oh, Black Friday's terrible. I remember that movie. It was awful. We're gonna have to like spread it out, get rid of it, make Black Friday more
Schwartz Friday.
Schwartz Friday great again.
What the fuck? Schwartz?
We gotta be
Schwartz.
politically correct here.
Okay, I see. So I was always wondering about that. I just thought that this was like the natural selection for Americans.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't want to get overpopulated, so, you know, Black Friday is a way to... Schwartz Friday is the way to thin out the crowd, so...
I see. Okay. All right. That's great to know. I have a better understanding of the American culture now.
And that's why during those sales, they always sell, like, butcher knife sets, so that you can get in there.
Dude. Whoa.
What the movie The Purge was based off of, just fucking people shopping on Black Friday.
Exactly. Okay, we need to... Yeah, I was going to say, we need to pick one. We're confusing people. And by people, I mean me.
Why do you call it Schwartz?
Because it's politically correct. You can't say the word black.
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the
movie. It's because
That's funny, I didn't even think about that, but that works too.
Black in German is Schwartz.
I know, can't joke.
Wow. So, as far as like Schwartz Friday goes, some notable pickups for games I got. Darsene, I think is how you say it. It's from Software, the same people that did Bloodborne and Dark Souls and stuff like that. It's a PSVR game, and it's only available physical on disc through GameStop, so I got that, which is really cool. I got Home Sweet Home, which is also PSVR. It's weird. It's called Home Sweet Home, and it reminds me of Sweet Home. I don't know if there's a connection, like Capcom's not involved with it, but I thought that was kind of interesting. I got Detroit Become Human, and Bendy and the Ink Machine on PS4, which is also another exclusive physical version for GameStop. It's kind of like a, I don't know if you guys heard about Bendy and the Ink Machine, but it's kind of like Cuphead, like that kind of art style, but it's like super dark and like almost horror. It looks awesome.
Just for it, I was wondering what it was.
Yeah, it's almost like reminiscent to Disney kind of art style, right? Back in the old days, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It looks really cool. And then I got a couple movies of note. I got Tomb Raider. I haven't seen that yet. I'm hoping it's not trash.
Yes. Hey, if you don't like it, don't tell me.
The trailers didn't look great, and I'll be sure to tell you how terrible it was next podcast.
You're gonna bum me out. And I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be sick that day.
And I got Ready Player One, which I'm sure
that movie looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks really bad. And I got Get Out, which I haven't seen that either, but I heard it's really good. Horror movie.
I want to see that really bad. I want to see that super bad.
I heard nothing but amazing things about it, so I'm really excited to watch that. But yeah, and then I also got some new equipment for ward-related stuff that I'll talk about in an update video once I'm in my own place. But one of those things is a laptop, which should allow me to get a little bit more work done, and I can kind of work on my breaks and stuff like that at work, so that'll be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah. Shayla, did you do any Black Friday shopping?
I did, but it wasn't anything really exciting. I had to buy a new blender, and I got the new Call of Duty.
Oh, nice.
Wait, Black Ops?
Yeah.
Black Ops 4?
Yeah. How is that?
Cool. Yeah, we should play that.
I don't know. I'll definitely install it. I know it's going to take forever to install that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably install it on my brother's because he's got a PlayStation Pro.
Does that actually speed up the install?
I don't know.
I think it's completely dependent on your internet.
Just mean like I might as well put it on the better system.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus mine doesn't have much room left. I have to either buy an external or upgrade.
Upgrade.
Yeah, once I get mine's in storage, so I can't play it right now, but once I get to it, we'll have to play that. It looks really cool. I've heard a lot of positive things about it.
I'm excited. I've heard good stuff.
Plus zombies. Always with the zombies, unless you're Jazz, because she sucks.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't like the zombies. She hurts my feelings.
It's because you take too much. Like when me and you played zombies, you were like, okay, just stand.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
I'll go right over here, and I'm gonna do this, but I'm like, but I want to figure and like. No, you can just circle around in the arcade and I'll go do all the cool stuff.
So if you can start up a zombies game and legitimately figure out what you're supposed to do on your own, I want to see that happen. Because it's fucking impossible. But I get it. But like, I mean, we could like figure it out together. Like I can explain to you guys what the process is, and we can split up the tasks. But she just like I
don't like the waves. I don't like the waves.
But you like survival games. There's like isn't the Tomb Raider survival wave based?
No, but there's goals.
Does that mean you don't like wave run?
It's survival based. It's wave based. Shut up. You hate me and my zombies. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah. I forgive you.
But the teamwork is my favorite part of it. I love the team-based gameplay. That's why I like Monster Hunter. That's why I like zombies.
We're a team. You distract the zombie, and I do everything else. It's a team.
Yeah.
No, I would like it if everybody was on board and everybody knew what we were doing. Like it would be a lot more enjoyable and easier to do that way. But like nobody seems to want to get that deep into it. So I'm just like, hey, I'll fucking do everything then.
Don't be a boom shot hogger.
Oh God, Jesus!
Don't hog the boom shot.
You want me to rage? God damn it!
You deleted someone after they wouldn't fucking because they were hogging the fucking boom shot, and then you
Gears of War.
And they called you a freaking idiot, even though you that was hilarious.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, I just let her get the boom shot. She can have whatever gun she wants. The one time I take it for myself, she fucking loses her goddamn mind.
See, so don't be a killer Krauser and zombies, and make sure that you share the boom shot.
No, I'm telling you, I would like it to be the other way. If you guys could do all the shit and I could fucking help, I'm good with that. I don't like having to do everything on my own. I'd rather everybody participate. It just never seems to work out that way. But if we want to do that, we could talk about that off the podcast. But I would like to do that. I want to play more zombies, and it's a lot more fun with people that that actually want to play it. So it could be fun.
I do think it's funny because part of the reason you end up doing everything is because I'm usually really bad at first person shooters, so it's fuck, I don't even have enough points for this. But it just means we'll have to take fun.
It's okay though. Jazz makes up for it with Shoosting.
Shoosting.
It's a balance. It's fine. All right, so let's get into what we've been playing. So let's start with Maple. We kind of already went into that, but was there anything else that you've been playing other than Kudelka?
Actually, no. I haven't really been playing anything on Kudelka. Wait, actually, that's a lie. I did play some Destiny 2.
Gross.
Yeah, sorry.
I wish that I didn't even ask.
Look. Here's the good thing about me. I was really good. I was patient. I waited. Destiny 2 was free. I downloaded it. Perfect.
That's what I did too.
That's fair. If you didn't pay for it, fine.
Yeah.
If you're playing with Howie, you need to invite me next time.
That's what we did. I've been playing with Howie.
Oh, you fuck.
What?
And granted, I think even if you did buy it, it's only $10, but still, we're contributing to the problem.
But, okay, so at least my contribution is I didn't pay them anything. It was free. So I decided that, yeah, by the way, Bungie decided to pull a scumbag move with the whole, okay, we'll release Forsaken, but you have to buy the other 2 expansions. If not, you can't be able to play Forsaken, which is kind of, stupid.
Yep.
So they go on with this for about a month. Sure. And then after, I think, the beginning of November, they packaged everything all together as one package, and everyone else who had to buy it separately is out of luck. So, again, I waited. I was patient. Black Friday, $29.99 for the entire package.
Oof.
Instead of paying for $79.99. So you know what? I'm okay with that. You can agree with that, right?
Yeah, that's a good deal. But I even that whole concept, the Game of the Year or the Definitive Edition, I fucking hate that because all that is a giant fuck you to the people that supported the game from day one, which are probably your biggest fans because they went out. They didn't give a shit about the reviews, and they went out there and they bought it and they paid full price. And then they released this cheaper version with everything on it, and it's thanks. Thank you for giving back to the people that supported you.
Yeah, you're totally correct about that. I deplore those kind of actions. It's just, it happens so often that I know it's going to happen. I don't bother. I just wait it out and be patient. But on that, we're going to end that tangent because I know where this is going to lead. So we're going to stop right there.
You're probably going to have to derail me later, too, on another topic. So.
Oh, no.
What about you, Jess? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Monster Hunter with Shayla to try to help her with the thing that she said, the machinima, and I played a little bit of a new game that I got. It's not new, but I randomly have it on my account, and I'm trying to make a machinima with it. I won't name it now, but
ooh, top secret.
I've been playing a little bit of that, and mostly I've been watching a movie a lot.
You've been watching a movie a lot?
Because I'm doing a redub of a movie.
Oh, okay. I
have to watch it a lot to get ideas. But I don't think I've been playing a lot of Ark Survival Evolved with friends, and that shit is fun.
I'm telling you, if it drops to $25, I'll get it. Outside of that,
It's $20 right now!
But it's digital, I have to have the disc, you know this. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Shayla, what you been playing?
Yeah, basically, I did actually, like, I messed around. I, like, literally played it for only, like, 5 or 10 minutes, but Klonoa 2.
Oh, nice.
I love that game so much. Like, there's this really cool artist that I know who, like, drew fan art of Klonoa, and she started, like, selling some stickers, so she did some, like, a limited, like, run of some stickers of them, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, someone else that knows what Klonoa is.
That's pretty cool. It seems like I need to join the bandwagon and start playing, like, retro, like, older games, because, like, you guys are doing it, and I'm just like, fuck, I want to do it too.
Yeah,
like, Shaun. The closest to that would be that Sometimes Always Monsters, because it's, like, 8-bit, even though it's still, like, it's a new indie game. That's the closest that I've come to it. But I really want to go back and play, like, PS1, PS2 era games. Like, I've just been in the mood to do that. And we keep talking about it, and I just want to play it more. But yeah, I need to get back into it and start doing that. I miss the old games.
Heck yeah.
And then for me, I'm still rocking that Friday the 13th. Got a few more trophies on that. I've been getting really effective as Jason. Like, most of the time, I kill everyone, even when it's like a full game of 8 people. It's awesome. I love it. People get so pissed. It's fun.
Which Jason do you use the most?
I use part 3 Jason the most, just because, like, he seems to be the most balanced. Because, like, he can, if you can call it a run, he can run. It's more like a brisk walk. Yeah. But I like his axe. His specific weapon kills that he has with his axe are pretty cool. And then I think he's got really good, what is it called? Morph ability, where you can kind of get like a speed burst where you can go fast and chase people down. So, like, he's really effective. But, like, the last one I've been using is my favorite Jason from part 7. Just, like, I like the way that he looks. And he's pretty cool, but he's really hard to play because he can only walk.
That's the only one I want to use because that's my favorite one.
He's so cool. I love him. That's my favorite movie.
Yeah. I watched that again, like, Halloween.
Playing Friday the 13th, I've been wanting to watch them so bad. Like, I almost bought the 8-movie DVD for, like, $10. It was at Black Friday. But it's DVD, and it's not all the movies. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, it might even be longer than that, but they released, like, the ultimate Friday the 13th collector's edition. It comes in, like, a embossed tin and everything, and it has all the movies and, like, a bazillion hours of special features and stuff like that. It's super awesome. But it was like $99, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I'll wait for it to drop. And then I waited, and, like, a year later, it fucking disappeared. You can't find it anywhere. And if you can find it today, it goes for $300 or more. But it's like, that's what I want. I want the Blu-ray version, not the fucking shitty DVDs.
Yeah. It's probably because horror fans are, like, super niche and super, like, hardcore. Like, people who like horror movies just, like, really just like horror movies. So, like, that kind of niche stuff is just, like, poof. Yeah,
that's true. But, I mean, just judging by trends with, like, DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, that's not typical. You know? You typically don't see a DVD or a Blu-ray become, like, super expensive unless it's, like, a collector's edition of something. But, like, it was just the box set of all the movies. I thought that was just going to be the way to get it. Apparently I was wrong. And that's just how it works for me. Like, if I wait for it to go on sale, it disappears and it becomes like this huge rare fucking thing and I'll never see it again. But if I buy it day one, sure as shit, next week that shit's available for $3. It sucks, but whatever. And then one thing that's really annoying about Friday the 13th is, like, you randomly get chosen as Jason, and the last week or not week, the last 3 days that I've been playing that, I was picked as Jason once.
Jesus.
But it's like, when I get him, I do awesome and it's great and it's fun. But they never fucking give him to me and I don't understand why.
Because they don't want you to have fun.
Yeah, they don't want me to enjoy my experience. They just want me to suffer.
I nowadays feel like that. Like, I'm like, did you guys want us to have fun?
Video games are no longer about fun.
Fun.
Just look at Red Dead Redemption 2.
I can't. It's too big to fit on my TV.
Everybody that plays that game, even the people that quote-unquote like it, say that it's not really fun. It's more like a simulation. But I think a lot of games are kind of like that, where it's like, fun's not really the primary goal anymore. It's about being cinematic and realistic and stuff, which, I mean, is fine, but when everything turns into that, it's probably not good.
It's funny, though.
It's not. It's terrible.
No, Sasha sent me a fucking clip of this random person who runs up to you when you're on your horse, and she's like, hey, can you help me? This blah blah blah, and then like a fucking goat just runs in and headbutts her, and she goes flying, and she just dies, and you're like, alright.
Wow.
Lost my shit.
But yeah, so yeah, Friday the 13th, Street Fighter a little bit. Still bouncing between silver, super silver, and ultra silver rank on that, so no progress.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Super silver.
But the new unlockable outfit's really cool. It's like a sexy mech outfit for Yuri, which is pretty cool. But I don't play her because she's fucking DLC, and I don't want to buy that shit. But yeah.
The pain you inflict on yourself. How do you do this?
I don't know.
How do you do this?
I manage. I don't know how.
Sean's like, I don't want the DLC of this character. The fucking mocap actress in my house right now, reenacting everything in live.
Exactly. I'll pay for that, maybe.
Maybe. If there's a disc in the end.
Exactly. You gotta have a disc. Give me a fucking disc. And I played and beat Remothered Tormented Fathers, which was really good. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's kind of like a clock tower, kind of hide-and-seek survival horror game. Very old school style.
Hello?
There's even a poster in the game for a movie that's called Scissors. So it's like an homage to Clock Tower. It's a really good game. It's really short and it's digital only. But despite that, I definitely recommend picking it up if you like old school survival horror. Really good game.
Hello?
But the voice actress for the main character, terrible. But that's also part of old school survival horror, so I dig it.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, starring Jodie Foster. But yeah, so let's jump into some news. We might run a little bit longer just because we got 4 people and things are kind of going a little bit slower than normal. But yeah, so for the first news item, motherfucking Telltale Games is back in the news.
No!
And it's bringing with it some digital games baggage. everything we love to talk about here on the Wardcast. Telltale Games begins to liquidate its assets as the company closes its doors. As Telltale loses its licenses, the many games based on the other company's IPs, like Jurassic Park, Monkey Island, Back to the Future, and The Walking Dead, those games are starting to be pulled from Steam. As we go forward, prepare to see more of those titles disappear because, as they liquidate, they're going to start losing those licenses and they no longer can distribute those games anymore, so they're just going to kind of fade away. There's a chance that some of these will kind of reappear, depending on what happens with the rights. If they sell them to companies that want to redistribute them, you might see some of these pop back up, but they'd have to strike a new deal with the original IP holders. So they'd have to go to Universal for Jurassic Park, Marvel for Guardians of the Galaxy, and so on. And that's not going to be a cheap thing. So expect many of these titles to disappear and just kind of stay gone. But on a lighter note, Skybound has resumed development on the final season of The Walking Dead as of November 21st. And the original team has been more or less recruited to do it. We should essentially get that full game as it was intended, so that's cool. And then they'll lose the license and it'll probably disappear. so who knows?
Fire everybody.
It's kind of weird that they can even do that since they're losing their licenses. They must still be holding on to that one license, I guess, so that they can finish the last game. But I'm curious to see kind of where things go after that.
They have the son of the fucking company's boss or whatever hiding in a basement, and they're let us continue with this,
chained to a
and
fucking
you'll see
chair.
your son. Yeah.
Some drastic hostage situation going on here. Jeez.
Jurassic Park.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Hello.
But yeah, we'll move on from that because that's more digital bullshit. That
I was gonna say, like,
into.
some territories here.
Yeah, it's dangerous. But yeah, so the next thing is Detective Pikachu gets its debut trailer. So this is a little bit older, but I did want to talk about it because what the fuck. In my opinion, it's rather creepy looking. You know, like the Pokemon are really fucking weird looking. And I'm sorry, but Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, why? No, stop it.
Why? Why not?
Please keep hating.
Why would you do that? But for some reason, what's weird is the trailer seems to be getting highly favorable reviews. Like, it's being received really well, and I'm just like, how? Why? Am I insane? What is happening? Like, what did you guys think of that trailer? Has everybody seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. You know what? I think I might be biased due to the fact that I do like Ryan Reynolds and he does Deadpool. So I'm like, okay,
I do too,
sure.
But why?
I don't know. I just for some reason, look, I kind of watched it a couple more times just so I can get used to it and be like, you know, just watching it once is not enough. So I figured, okay, let's watch it again and see how I really feel. And I like it. I like the whole look of Pikachu, and I like Ryan Reynolds doing the voice for Pikachu. It just match.
They look like creepy stuffed animals come to life.
I don't know why. It just seems like I can see that. I can accept that for some reason. I don't know what it is, but it just
Actually,
okay.
So one of the creative designers behind the movie, that kind of what the CG was based off of, got popular on Twitter by making like realistic depictions of like what if Pokemon were in our world, and created these kind of like is like really good at creating like, photorealistic sort of weird hybrids of like what you see in CG. And that's the guy they got to do the director. So they're supposed to be kind of like creepy and whatever. I find it sort of charming in the sense that it makes me think of like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, did that make any fucking sense? No. Was it awesome? Yeah. Like Howard the Duck, I wasn't really crazy about that one, but it was just kind of like one of those like where movies just get to do something weird and creative. There was one more I was thinking of that was in that vein. It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was some other movie I mentioned, and now I can't remember what it was.
Howard the Duck?
No, there was like another one that was kind of more recent, but that kind of like weird, like why is this?
Oh, is it like Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Or whatever's Christopher. What the fuck was it called? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Christopher Walken?
Need some more cowbells in here.
I guess for me, it's just like, for one, why Detective Pikachu? Why is that even a thing?
Have you seen the source material? Detective Pikachu sounds fucking awkward in Detective Pikachu. In Detective Pikachu, he's like, it was a rainy day, and I was walking down the street.
That's the problem. Like, the whole concept for Detective Pikachu and the game and all that is dumb. And then furthermore, like, why the fuck would Pikachu sound like that?
Well,
why not?
Because it's weird.
It's Ryan Reynolds, man. Come on.
Pikachu can have whatever kind of inner voice it wants to have.
I guess. Well, it's not an inner voice though, because that dude can hear him.
Yeah, but everybody else hears Pika Pika, so that kid is either insane or he's
okay. I changed my mind. If that kid is insane and that's canon, I fucking love this movie.
Right?
That's all we need to do. Just tell yourself that, then you'll be good.
Tell yourself that, and you'll enjoy the movie.
Yeah,
I guess. But then I'm just making my own movie in my head, and that's no fun.
that's okay.
Oh, you gotta shut your brain off to enjoy the movie. Like, no, you don't gotta shut your brain off. You just gotta like pretend it's like let's try to imagine a situation where this movie could be, and then just go there.
But that's my problem. Like, trying to envision this as a real thing and buy into it, I can't do that with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Oh my
I
God.
can't do it.
That's what makes it so bizarre, is that it is Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. Like, when I watched it, I felt like I was watching an April Fool's trailer. Like, I was like, is this real? Like,
is this real life?
What? Is this real life? Is this allowed? God.
That's the thing. Like, why is this allowed? Right? I just don't understand how things like this pass, and clearly I'm in the minority thinking this way because everybody's fucking loving it. but I just don't understand. It just seems very, very weird.
I guess to each your own. I mean,
that's fair.
As I said again, I had to watch it a couple more times before I really got to, start having it rub off on me and be like, okay, I dig this. All right, yeah, I'd watch it. And yeah, I mean, okay, I have to ask you this: who would you want as voice acting for Pikachu?
No.
Somebody that doesn't sound like that.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Then you have to give me something.
But I mean, I don't even have anybody in mind, but
Christopher Walken.
First off, I don't think it should be anybody that's known. Because if you put a high-profile actor in, you're going to think of that person. No. And second, it should be somebody that has a softer, more cutesy voice. Because fucking look at Pikachu.
I was going to say Alan Rickman.
Perfect.
That would have been such a good movie. Aw, rip.
Clearly, you really don't like this. I'm so sorry.
And to be fair, I've never played a Pokemon game. I've never been into it, so I'm kind of on the outside looking in. So I'm not as invested as most people that are going to go see this anyway. But I can still appreciate a movie. Typically, if it looks cool, whatever. It looks cool. I'm into it. But that does not look cool to me.
You were that one kid. That
didn't get into Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well, the closest I came was Yu-Gi-Oh!
I worked at a game store when I was 16, and all of the little kids, every little kid loved Pokemon. It was like, what Pokemon thing do you want today? The game, the cards, or I'm sorry, that's not in stock. I'm sorry, would you like to buy a Pokemon figure or a Pikachu stuffed animal?
I love the delivery on that too. I just don't want to be here.
Yeah. And this one little kid was like, I'm looking for a game. Or he's like, I have a Game Boy now and I'm looking for a game. I was like, Pokemon. And he's like, I don't like Pokemon. I was like, I'm sorry, dude.
My next question would be, you don't have a knife or a gun, right, child?
But the kid was all no, he was just more cool. He was like, it's okay. Everybody assumes that. Every single kid in my school loves Pokemon. I just don't like it. And I was like, that's cool, little kid. That's cool.
It's like me with bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
I hate bacon.
Maybe that's part of it too. When Pokemon was kind of blowing up too, I worked at Game Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to see that bullshit firsthand and be on the bad side, dealing with the annoying aspects of it rather than buying into it. So that probably impacted me in a negative way that kind of pushed me away from that a little bit. And as far as Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, I didn't even get into that until way later. And even that was just the cards. I never watched the show. I never bought any of the collectible stuff. It was just I enjoyed playing the card game and nothing else. So if they released a movie or something, I was like, whatever. I don't know. That whole concept doesn't really interest me, I guess. I think the coolest thing that's kind of in that realm would be, what was it called? Monster Rancher?
Oh my god,
yes.
Monster Rancher.
That would probably be my ideal version of that. And even that was a little weird and silly, but...
I like Digimon.
Game.
Oh, get out of here.
I like Digimon.
Yeah,
I like the idea that they were going, it wasn't just a shared world, they were going to the world of the monsters.
And it just had a actual kind of story that progressed rather than kind of cartoon characters where Ash is literally just more of a actual cartoon character that says 12 years old forever.
Yeah,
one kind of went with
and
the story.
I enjoyed watching back when it was just 150. I played the Game Boy game of Pokemon and I liked the cartoon. But I just, once they spread that, it just got way too much. It was okay, I can barely remember 150 names. You're gonna fucking make me remember 2,000 now. And Digimon was at least they talk. They don't just stand there and say their own fucking name 24/7. So half of the script written is just literally the name of the Pokemon repeated over and over. They were having conversations with the kids in Digimon, and it was a little bit more interesting.
They were cool.
But what if all those Digimon sounded like Ryan Reynolds?
Well, then, I don't like Ryan Reynolds, so you're like preaching to the.
For some of for some of them, it wouldn't be that weird. I mean, like some of the Digimon turn into like more like almost more
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
There's like a woman and like there's. I mean, some of them kind of look more like dudes.
Like the plant that turns into like a fucking angel or something.
That's the cat.
Cat. No. Yeah, no, okay, the plant turned into something else, but like there's one that's like it's a blob that turns into like a tiger that turns into I don't fucking know, like a cactus.
It just flops around as a little like
it was like written as a kid. She's like, and then there should be a little ball. It could be like a cheese curd bread. It turns into a giant cactus and then turns back into a cheese curd bread. Fucking Japan.
And it's where all the weird stuff is. So yeah, Japan.
Hey, speaking of Japan, Resident Evil 2 remake is being worked on by a team of 800 people. And so during a Capcom NHK broadcast, which was in Japan, they revealed that a team of 800 programmers, artists, and staff formed the RE2 remake team. That's 200 more than the roughly 600-person staff that worked on RE6. And we all remember the scope of that game, so like that's really promising to know that we have 200 more people working on a game that's so much smaller. That reassures me that we're going to get something like really, really high quality. So that's really good news.
Indeed, quality assurance.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, now they want to start making like the other games too.
I'm totally okay if they do Resi 3.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, get to see Nemesis in HD? Yes.
So
Sean's gonna be like, "Are you gonna fucking play it now, Jazz?" I'm gonna be like, "No."
You will.
Is she wearing fucking pants, Sean? No.
You can unlock pants. It's fine. I will play through that game first. I will unlock the pants, and then you can play it. Calm down.
Oh my god!
You don't
Enter
get
the secret
pants.
code for pants.
In fact, you know what? There's a Regina outfit from Dino Crisis. I'll unlock that, and then you'll be right at home because you're playing Dino Crisis
You'd
anyway.
be right there, Dino Crisis.
But that's
Straight up.
spandex. Jill's been in spandex. Why can't she just fucking wear jeans like everybody else?
Oh my god.
I know.
There's no
That's the
pleasing
one
you.
thing that always bugged me. That was one thing that bugged me about Resident Evil 3 is like, is Jill actually stupid? Because
The answer is yes.
why did she decide that that was a good idea to dress like that day? I mean,
Well, I don't
It
think
was-
she
it's
was
not in the
planning
mud,
for the
you know?
outbreak.
You know, it was fashion and whatnot, and just things just went down all of a
Okay,
sudden.
but like she spent like a week in a fucking mansion with zombies and all. The first thing I would do if that happened is I'd go home fucking like dress like Sarah Connor. I'd be like, yo, there's a fucking Armageddon coming. I gotta get ready. She's like, no, I work on the street too, you know? Like, I've got a sweater, but it's really cold and I don't really want to put it on, so I'm just gonna
It's
lose
optional.
it halfway through.
That's what it is, optional.
Because you gotta have belts.
It's protecting her butt. It's fine.
she's like the apocalypse. I'm gonna have to freaking turn tricks to get water someday. I better prepare for it.
If I had written that fucking game, I swear to God, Jill, why aren't you wearing pants? And Jill would have just been like, I got shorts underneath, and like lift the skirt, and she's like, ha.
You don't know. Maybe she was going out on a date when everything went down. Maybe
Yeah.
she
With
was
who?
maybe she was going to see her pimp. You don't
It's
know.
important.
Maybe it was Valentine's Day.
Jazz.
Okay. My biggest issue with that outfit is not because I am all for. I think women should dress as slutty as they want, but
Not
Out
in
of
the
all-
zombie apocalypse.
PSA.
Yeah.
yeah, out of all the slutty outfits, like even like Lollipop Chainsaw's like cheerleader outfit makes more sense because you could be like jump around physically in that. Those
I
clothes.
think that's
she's
going a
wearing-
little far, but go on.
Actually, I'm just saying, like, what? Well, it's a cheerleader. You're supposed to like jump around in it. I mean, what the hell? Those girls like flying, like spin around. Stop. Anyway, my point is like that outfit is like really restraining. It's like the worst thing.
Well, no, okay,
That's why she has the sweater, dog.
okay, but like check it. It's like for this, she's literally. She knows what's going on. She knows it's probably gonna get worse, and she's hiding from Umbrella. So you
Maybe it's like
not
Chris-
even.
Maybe she
is
hit her
that
head. She forgot.
They'll never guess I'm dressed as a whore.
No, but like not. Is it? I thought it was Halloween. But like she's not like her skin is completely exposed, which she would already know. Like she should hide her so that she doesn't get bit or whatever. It's cold, so she'll catch a cold, and you can't have a cold during a fucking zombie apocalypse. And she's got no armor at all. So why, like, and that's how she's preparing, knowing everything that's happened and having all this fucking, like, she's seen all this shit. But when she's going to check out, like, a fucking forest, she's got these shoulder pads that make absolutely no fucking sense. Just to go find another helicopter. Like, doesn't even know what's going on yet. And she's wearing, like, pillows on her arms.
I like how we just kind of segue into criticizing Jill's
I love Jill, sense. But like, goddamn, that's why I don't like that game. Because I like the character too much to see her run around in fucking tube top. She doesn't even have shoulders on her goddamn shirt. Tube top.
Like,
I'm wearing this because it's Friday the Halloweenth.
You see Chris wearing the same thing, like, well, fuck, one of us has to change.
Tube tops are literally like the worst fashion outfit choice ever. Like, there's nothing.
I wear t-shirts like a human being.
Going to a photo shoot because you're a model, like, you shouldn't wear a tube top.
Yeah.
There's nothing flattering ever.
Guaranteed she had fucking heels on her too. We can rage about that off screen later.
This is great. It's like Maple said. We're not focusing on the Resident Evil 2 being developed by 800 people. We're focusing on Jill's fashion choices.
Wait. That's another thing. Yeah, Claire, who's a fucking 19-year-old college student, is going to visit her brother with a knife attached to her shoulder. Even she's more prepared than fucking Jill. On the same night.
It was a keepsake from Chris.
She's
Shut
like,
up.
I'm just going for a ride, but I got my knife, and I probably have a gun somewhere in here. I don't know. God, I'm getting a headache.
Okay, so we know what pisses you guys off now.
No, that and the stairs. That's all you need.
This is Jazz's version of digital games.
Yes.
As soon as somebody said RE3, my fucking anger switch just flipped.
Okay, so avoid talking about RE3.
Yeah. Apparently Jill is into fashion though, because like fucking Resident Evil 3, like the final version, like the GameCube and Dreamcast version or whatever, she has like fucking 9 outfits to pick from.
Yeah, but have you seen those 9 outfits? I don't think she's into fashion.
Yeah,
she has like a 70s disco fucking / business suit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Like the worst fashion ever.
And is there, like, okay, in your everyday, day, do you, like, tend to wear the same color everywhere you go?
Of course.
Like, different days, but same color.
Doesn't everybody do that?
I guess we all do it. We all do that once in a while.
Because, like, every single character in fucking Capcom games has, like, the one color. Like, Jill's always blue, and it's like Wesker's handing out assignments, and he's like, just remember, guys, show up in your fucking colors, otherwise you can't come. Well, Larry's like, but I got a new shirt. No, you gotta wear a fucking red vest tomorrow. I swear, Chris has green, you have red. That's how he tells people apart.
Security footage. What's security footage? Nothing.
It's the only way that they can do it, because when they decide to ruin a character like Claire, she's got to wear red so that you know it's her that they fucked up.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
It's perfect. Because if she wasn't wearing red in fucking Revelations 2, I wouldn't fucking know who that was. Other than them calling her Claire. Even then, that'd be suspicious.
Wait, who the fuck is that?
There's another Claire? That must be Dark Claire. Her evil twin.
They just,
or not so
they
twin.
They switch vests just to piss off Wesker. He's got sunglasses, so he can't see.
What happened to Ali's party?
Fuck! Oh no, we're not. No.
Oh god.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. So, the robots will soon be taking over the Earth. Let's get into that.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, better put on a fucking miniskirt.
Let's lighten the mood. So this isn't really video game related, really, but I just wanted to bring this up because the end is near.
Lovely.
On The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, one of his guests was Sophia, a super intelligent robot that can hold conversations and think and react to humans. This thing moves like realistically and independently and can, like on the show, they had it sing a live duet with Jimmy on the show. Like it could respond that quickly.
It's probably an actress in a costume.
It could be, but this robot's been all over in like talk shows and did some shit with Will Smith, and she's like all over. She's becoming a fucking celebrity, and she's a robot.
Did shit with Will Smith? You know that shit's real.
Oh,
he was an iRobot. He's
exactly full. It's coming full circle. It's happening.
Oh god.
But I mean, this is fucking horrifying.
It is, you know? Terminator. It's gonna happen.
It's really gonna happen. Like, you should look up that video, because just the way that thing like moves and it's really fucking creepy.
It's gonna be like, hey, Shaun, everything is digital now, even
including
people.
me.
I mean, we have all these movies and shows, like, they told us that this is what's gonna happen. We predicted this,
and we ignored it.
And we're ignoring it for some reason. I don't know why, but it's there.
You know what though? My thing is though, is I've actually watched lots of videos on her, and just based on what I've seen, I think the interviews were scripted, like, because she is witty, but she's kind of not, like, she wouldn't know to say that. Like, I think the interview where she's being extra creepy was just scripted.
But you don't know that.
It's just like Alexa on top of like a remote control car.
Yeah.
Somebody's in the back playing with the remote. And they're buying it.
Even Alexa, I can't remember what they were, but somebody asked Alexa a couple of like really disturbing things, and like it responded with like really fucked up stuff. It's not good. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, but you can also, a lot of times those programs like are taught that in the first place. Mm-hmm. So like they're programmed to say something fucked up.
Sure.
Because if they say this, then they can program it to say something fucked up. So like
that makes sense. You have something stupid, well, you're gonna get something stupid in return.
True. But supposedly they are putting learning, like there are learning computers in these things, so technically they could even be learning more than we even know that they are.
They do, because they actually did a so Facebook was funding a study with some AI learning programs, and they had to shut it down because the AI started talking to each other in their language that the
in their own language, essentially.
Yeah, and it was super like goofbally. Like they were like, butts to you, like ass butts to you.
I want to be these robots' friend.
That's like me and Shayla. Maybe we're robots.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, fart sound, butts, poop. And they're like, dear God, they're multiplying.
But soon it's going to turn into death, murder, humans are evil.
Yeah. And death, butts, stab hearts.
Butts.
But yeah, if you haven't seen that video or any videos on her, definitely check it out and fuel your nightmares today.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
For a limited time only.
Yeah, free of charge.
And then another dangerous topic that we'll try to blow through real quick. But digital sales begin to eclipse physical.
Why are you doing this?
It's the news. I have no control. No. So I don't want to turn this into a whole thing. I mean, like after last week's podcast, I mean, we've talked about it enough, but I did want to talk about this shortly just because it's definitely newsworthy. But according to Statista, which is a website that works with companies for marketing research, they show in 2009 digital sales were only 20% versus 80% physical. And then in 2017, digital skyrocketed to 79% with only 21% being physical. So, and that doesn't have stats for 2018 yet, which I'm assuming will be even higher than that. So
most likely.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're probably going to be in like the 85 percentile or more at the end of 2018. That's fucking crazy.
Well, it's time to buy some physical discs, guys.
Yep, it's time to go back to PS1 and PS2. Let's do it.
That's it. Time to regress. I'm done.
All right, one more news item. So, Devil May Cry anime coming from Castlevania producer, the animated Castlevania producer for the Netflix.
Excuse me?
Netflix
Did you
show.
say Devil May Cry?
Yeah, by the producer of the Castlevania anime.
That is gonna be hella awesome.
That's gonna be fucking great.
That's good news.
If not, I will be shocked. Like, how can they fuck this up? If they fuck this up, that's like fate. It's like, no, it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah, because the first anime was fucking awful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So bad.
It was. You know, it was more like it was just painfully average.
It
was average.
But for something like Devil May Cry, average is death.
True. You're right.
But I'm just saying, like, I think that anime was made more for like anime fans
rather than the gamer.
Cry. Yeah, because it just seemed like it was just more of like a very, very generic, like acceptable, serviceable anime that might make a couple girls who like go like, ooh, maybe I'll try Devil May Cry then. So, and then realize like, oh, what have I got myself into? It's fucking kicking my ass.
Do we have an estimated time of release for the new Devil May Cry, or is it just an announcement?
It's pretty much just an announcement. So they just said that the new project has been announced, that it's in production currently. They didn't have any timelines or release dates or anything. But he did phrase it as the bootleg universe, like Castlevania as well as Devil May Cry. So like there might be like an implied crossover potentially there. I don't know how that would work with licensing with the two, with Konami and Capcom, but if they could pull that off, that would be pretty damn interesting.
I'm totally down. I would love to see something like this. Oh my god!
Then it would just make that stupid meme like where people just add the sticker from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne where it says like featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. Like, have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
No, I have not.
Yeah, like, well, you know what game I'm talking about.
Yes.
And it had that cheesy little sticker that said like featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. So, like, people like,
oh wait, yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I knew that.
Slap that on things. I don't know. I just find it amusing.
All right,
but
so
like, you can actually literally use that. Like, they love kind of just like slapping Dante on stuff and being like, "Look, featuring Dante."
Because he. Well, what was funny with Shin Megami Tensei is they used Devil May Cry 2 Dante.
Oh god, I know.
Why?
Because you know why I think they did it though. I honestly think the only reason they did it was because
that was the new game, I believe.
That, and in the end of 2, he goes to hell. So, like, and Shin Megami Nocturne
I never made that fucking connection. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. They're demons, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's why I figured they put that one in
Still, not a good enough reason. Stay the hell away from Devil May Cry 2. Do not do it. Shit, if there was ever a game that needed a remake, it's that.
Yeah. Because, like, people are like, I like that red-haired girl, but she's like, sorry, your game sucked. We'll never hear from you again.
Shame.
It's kind of funny, though, because, like, you think about remakes, like, they only do games that were hugely popular, where, like, the better use of a remake would be to go back and fix your fuck-ups. Like, in franchises that are really good, and you have, like, a miss, go back and fix that shit. Go fix Devil May Cry 2.
Right?
Go fix Onimusha 4. Like, fix the games that need the help. Like, I could even say, like, Resident Evil 0. I like Resident Evil 0, but it like, in the grand scheme, it kind of missed the mark more than some of the other titles. So, like, that would have been another one they could have gone back to and kind of redefined a little bit.
Yeah.
I see. Somewhere else remake to give a second chance, a proper second chance.
Makes a lot more sense to me, but I guess when you're looking at them dollars.
Them dollars, man. That money, it speaks.
All that matters.
Or you could just fucking ruin Final Fantasy VII for me.
Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there.
Yeah, that's a long conversation. That's like an episode all by itself.
Right there on its own. Yep.
Yep.
God damn it.
So,
Jazz, are you dead?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm a little confused. You said yes, but you're alive.
Rest in peace.
Or am I?
Damn.
Rip in peace.
Did you say damn?
Wow.
No, you heard nothing.
Wow.
Wow.
Who let the monkey in? I thought I closed the window.
Neil.
Who?
It was me.
Oh, I thought you said Neil. I was like, what? Who?
Neil's like, I'm sorry, I've been here the whole time. I've been trying to be quiet. I didn't know when it was a good time to leave.
This is awkward.
Hi, Neil.
So next on the list of the news.
So that's pretty much it for the news, as far as just general news goes. There's a couple of things for survival horror, kind of slim pickings, but we'll go into that real quick. Agony Unrated has been confirmed, and I don't really know why. Agony Unrated is an uncensored and improved version of the original title. Agony Unrated's official announcement comes after the expiration of legal binding contracts that prevented the developer from previously releasing adult-rated cut content.
Oh.
So now that those contracts are no longer in the way, Madmind Studios claims that they can have, quote, the freedom to create the world we've come up with. This new and improved version won't just have more sexual and violent content, yay. The developer has also acknowledged the, quote, numerous technical errors and the frustrating game design that plagues Agony. Additional modes, content additions, gameplay changes, and even graphical improvements will be included. And I read that one of the additional scenes has a mother shit into her hand and feed it to her baby. So that's nice. Can't wait for that game.
Oh man!
Like,
I was fed as a kid. What's wrong?
Why is this? Why is this even a thing? So like,
I don't know.
As some of you may know, I've been doing a Let's Play of this game, and it's incredibly broken and quite terrible. Agony.
Oh yeah.
It's such a mess that some of the areas were so broken that they were patched out of the game entirely. That is
impressive.
Fucked up. That is impressive. Like, what the hell?
So that's one way of fixing it.
I guess. And that game was so good that they need to re-release it.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job.
Oh, jeez. Can't wait for the news to pick up on this.
Yeah. And speaking of Madmind Studios, the makers of Agony have announced a new first-person horror game titled Paranoid.
Paranoid.
The game follows Patrick Coleman, a man who lost his entire family under mysterious circumstances. His parents died violently and his sister suddenly went missing. Trauma associated with the loss of his loved ones destroyed Patrick's psyche, and his apartment has become his prison. One day Patrick gets a phone call that appears to be his sister 13 years after her disappearance. Patrick will have to leave his seclusion, exposing himself to horrible experiences to discover the truth about everything. Whoa.
That doesn't sound that bad, actually.
No, it actually, if it didn't have Madmind Studios attached to it, I'd probably be interested.
That's the thing. It's like it's kind of just reminded me a bit of Silent Hill vibe going on there. I'm like, ooh, this sounds like something good.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. You know, just because they made a shitty game before doesn't mean everything they make is going to be shitty. So it might be something to keep an eye out on. And apparently this game has been in development for quite a while, so it's probably not too far off. And it's going to have a dynamic and brutal combat system and utilize drug-abusing mechanics.
Drug-abusing mechanics. I don't know if to say that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it might be new.
It's different, so at least
innovative?
They're trying... Yeah, there you go, innovative. At least they're trying something different. Though I guess you could argue that they were trying something different with Agony, and that didn't go too well.
That didn't really pan out well.
But this one's like more of a modern, like cityscape environment, and like you said, the story sounds interesting, and I mean the combat could be cool. I mean, who knows? At least it's different. Might be worth experiencing.
I guess at this point we might as well keep our expectation, at a very low level, not expecting anything amazing.
Exactly, and if you do that, it might be all right.
Yeah, just I won't be surprised, but hey, who knows?
Yeah, and hopefully they put it on a disc.
I'm hoping, please, physical release. That'd be great. Thanks.
Well, I guess if they don't, it'll make my buying decision very easy.
Oh, very easy. Well, he's not gonna buy it.
Exactly. Then I don't have to think about it at all. Next thing is Killing Floor 2 is getting a holiday update. The new update title is Twisted Christmas Seasons Beatings. Very clever. And it's going to offer a new playable character. Wait for it. Badass Santa. Who is voiced by Gary Busey. Other than that, it also offers a new map, new weapons, a new voice for the trader. The entire experience will be offered for free, with the exception of Badass Santa. You'll have to pay money dollars for him. You gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for that AAA Hollywood talent.
Hey man,
that ain't free.
Said that ain't free, man.
Gotta buy his Starbucks.
Yeah, that Gary Busey, he needs that money.
Who's Gary Busey?
Exactly. Did Shayla die?
No.
Okay, I can't tell.
Damn.
Like, Jazz and Shayla, they keep dying and coming back and dying.
I never died.
You died. I heard you.
I just stayed quiet.
You know what happens when you die? You're quiet.
Nope.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I'm gonna be a loud ass ghost.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the news that I had. Jazz, did you have anything?
I found something today. I don't know if it's, but I found out that the, well, first of all, I think we mentioned this in a podcast where they're talking about rebooting the, like the Resident Evil movies. Because I guess they were so horrible that they want to do them again.
That's true.
But the first script is inspired by the 7th game.
I hope.
Now
I
haven't read like into it too much, but I did read a really beautiful line that said, like the screenwriter Greg Russo revealed his draft for the Resident Evil movie reboot inspired by Resident Evil 7, and it said this is a quote: "The success of the early Resident Evil games all but guaranteed a movie adaptation would happen, and George Romero was originally hired to direct it. While his script was a direct adaptation of the first game, it was rejected by producers." Now, I know Maple and me and partially Shayla have heard or read this script.
Oh yeah.
We read it at a fucking convention.
Glorious.
It is not a direct adaptation of the game.
It's not.
It is an appalling fan fiction.
Catastrophe.
It's horrible, but it's so good.
I never understood that. When I heard that initially, Resident Evil and George Romero, I was like, whoa.
Well, he did the trailer for Resident Evil.
Amazing. Yeah, and it was awesome.
It was really cool, except Leon looked stupid, but...
So I was like, I just can't wait for everyone to rain money down on this amazing thing.
The worst thing, he would have been able to make the movie, like, glorious. He would have made a really good, like, exactly like the game, awesome, scary, like, Night of the Living Dead style movie. But instead, it went to the fucking Paul W.S. Anderson, who...
We all know where that went.
yeah. The hell.
We'll make the first one, and it'll be okay. And then we'll do 2. We'll make that worse. And then the third one worse than that. The fourth one even worse. And we'll just see how bad we can make them as we go until they cut us off.
We really need to get our entire gang together and just film Romero's script. Do like an homage to him.
That would be amazing.
In his name, we shall script. I want to be the Eagles.
Oh, man.
Or Chris's horse.
Fair? No.
Have you read this, Shaun? Have you read it?
I haven't read the whole thing, but I've read like maybe a quarter of it.
Okay, so you know that they made Chris like Native American.
Yeah.
And he has like... he like speaks to eagles and fish, all like super like dramatic. And then he has a horse that turns into a zombie.
I want to snuggle. Get your ass inside, Chris.
What was that line with Jill? First of all, they're like in Jill's apartment, and he goes fishing in the morning, and he comes back, and she's still sleeping. And he's like, "Oh, you're still here?" And she's like, "It's my apartment."
Amazing.
He's like, "Something's not right," and she's like, "Is it my cooking? I'll learn. I never had a mother."
Oh my god.
It's really bad.
I can't wait till the next convention. We have to do it again. That shit was awesome. I got to read Barry's parts, and I tried to do the voice like as best as I could. But Barry in the script is actually black.
Black Barry.
So like, so you're like, well, does he sound like Barry, or does he sound like Chef from South Park, or is he like Morgan Freeman? Like, what does he sound like? I don't understand. It was beautiful. I love it. So anybody who hasn't read it, go Google it. George A. Romero, Resident Evil. Read it, love it, and comment on how much you loved it. And read it.
R.I.P. George Romero.
Yeah, do it in his memory.
Keep your hate to a minimum because respect.
But the hate is like... the hate has to be like, because it's so bad, it's good. Or because it's... Well, it's not really good, but it's good because it's bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have any other news thingies?
I'm actually surprised that, granted, I think we were more or less beating a dead horse, but...
Lucky, no.
Fallout 76 and its dumpster fire of a game.
If they had just released Fallout 4 multiplayer mode, it would have been a lot easier.
You know what?
I feel like everybody saw this coming.
Yeah, I did. I knew it was gonna be a garbage release from the very get-go, and I just figured I'm just gonna sit back, eat my popcorn, and watch this thing burn.
Hey, was it a Fallout
Oh, it was a Fallout, all right.
Now they're going to experience the fallout. But no, like, basically they took everything that everybody liked about Fallout and took it out.
Essentially, I just neutered it.
I thought you were gonna say like just threw it in a game and like half-assed. No, literally just took it out.
Yep.
I really like that. You too bad. You can't.
You can't. There's just nothing good. There's nothing really redeeming for that game, unfortunately. And
people really like the story and like interacting with these NPCs and doing missions for them. Let's take all that out.
Yeah, no.
What?
So, speaking like on the subject of Fallout, I read a rumor. It's a rumor, so it's probably not true. That the December free games are going to include Fallout 4.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know though. It was a rumor, but I mean, I have it. It sucks.
It's old enough.
Yeah. At this point, after what they've done, they're feeling pain, so they're probably gonna do this for sure.
It's their way of apologizing. Like,
yeah.
Here's a good one, guys.
Here's a good game, less buggy. Yeah.
Now all of your friends can get this one and not play with you.
We tried to make it multiplayer. It didn't work out. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
like,
funny
wow.
because like Fallout 76, I heard is getting like 6s from critics and even lower than that for for players, whatever. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Consumer reviews, I guess.
Consumer, yeah. Metacritic right now it's staying at I think a 3 by consumers and a 50 by gamer
it's
critics.
even lower than I heard. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Like this thing was review bomb. Really hard. Like there's just no saving it. It's done.
Damn. So
There's no
you
recovery.
had that was supposed to be a huge release, and then you have Red Dead Redemption 2, which is being reviewed well. But if you know what's really weird about that is like reviews are like really high, but 90% of people that talk about that game don't really like it. How?
Which is weird. I don't know. I mean,
like, well, I think I know because like you can appreciate what it is and what it does. Because it does it so well, it looks amazing. It's a fucking cowboy simulator, and it does that really well.
Very well.
But guess what? Being a cowboy, not so fun. So it does it so well to a fault, where people are just like, oh, it's slow, and like all these things are boring, and blah blah blah. But it does that whole cowboy simulator thing real well. Looks real pretty. You can fucking watch your horse's balls shrink when it gets cold. Like all these super tiny little details, so like you can appreciate it for being like a really monumental achievement and being a really good piece of art, basically.
Oh,
but
for
when
sure.
you're playing it, it's just not enjoyable. So it's kind of a weird situation.
Well, it broke its record. It's got its money, so
yeah, Rockstar's happy. I guess that's all that matters. Everybody that reviews it says it's good, so I guess they can't complain.
They can't complain. It's like, hey, we got our money, we good. That's it. We're not gonna do anything for another 5 years? Who knows?
Yeah, it's just sad that 2 of the big holiday releases aren't good games.
No. I mean, granted, I know some people really enjoy Red Dead Redemption because I've been seeing a bit of Reddit posts of boyfriends playing this game day in, day out, and just,
But is he having fun?
Else.
No.
I don't know. That's
he's not.
I don't know. So what makes the person say, I want to play this game for X amount of hours, but not enjoy myself?
Exactly, right? This game's a 9.5 out of 10. I fucking hate it. It's so fucking weird.
So that's the thing. I'm a little confused. Like, okay, Red Dead Redemption is a game that people can play on hours, but it's bad. But Fallout is just a horrible game. No one wants to play it.
Yeah. Oh, so how long you been playing Red Dead Redemption 2? Oh, 120 hours. Oh, you must really like it. No, I fuck it. It's the worst game I've ever played. I need to go play some more.
How much time have you spent daily on Street Fighter?
Shut up, you.
Shut up.
But that's different. I have a problem, okay? I need my fucking trophies. Like when I buy a game, like I need to complete it. And now that there's trophies and fucking DLC, that factors into completing it. So like in my brain, I have to get all that shit done, otherwise I didn't beat it, and it bothers me.
I'm
we'll
sorry.
Just send you a box of trophies that are all like, they say get fucked on it. It's the get fucked trophies. You got all of them.
Congratulations.
Jeez.
It's hard to be me sometimes.
You're fine as long as it's not hurting you. I mean, I guess it is kind of hurting you mentally, but
Hurts his
You're okay.
remotes.
Yeah.
that is true. Probably.
It hurts my brain. It hurts my heart.
I have one
It
remote,
hurts.
and I'm gonna hide it if ever Shaun visits.
Yeah. Just no, it's fine. Just don't let me play Street Fighter while I'm over there. We'll be good.
Oh, that won't be a problem. I don't have it.
See, there you go.
Yay.
Problem solved.
Anybody got any other news bits?
News.
Let's see. Jazz had one, and Maple had one. It's your turn, Shayla. What you got? No
I'm
pressure.
sad. Lee.
You what?
I'm sad about Stan Lee.
It's not news.
Yeah. I mean, it's still relevant. It's still new.
Yeah, that's true.
Such a bummer.
Did you hear about what's his name? Bill Maher. Yeah, I think it's Bill
Yeah,
Maher, right?
Yeah, that asshole who
Yeah.
started making stupid remarks and comments about the
Mhm.
fans.
And he talked all kinds of shit about Stan Lee and the fans and just comic books as a whole, and like calling people that consume that medium basically children, and that they have no lives and shit. It's like, wow, you're a fucking piece
Yeah.
of shit.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's all kinds of videos of him, like, talking about his opinions on stuff, and he was actually pretty, like, always really, like, thin and... Or wait, are you talking... You're talking... Is he saying... He was saying Stan Lee was all those things? Because,
Well,
like...
Stan Lee and just people that read comics.
Yeah, just in general.
As a whole.
Acting like because there's, like, toxic fans now, that's somehow Stan Lee. Or is he just straight up saying Stan Lee is, like, that's messed up?
He was really saying two things. He's saying basically he doesn't understand why people have such a appreciation for a man that basically made comics for children. Like he was belittling Stan Lee,
That's messed up.
and he was criticizing the fan base for reading comics. Basically calling them losers, and that the whole medium was just garbage, and it doesn't basically, like, it's a blight on society. Basically, like it's ruining adults.
Oh my god.
It is pretty much the gist of it, and it's just really fucked up and very narrow-minded.
You could literally say that about everything. Like, I could take any particular group or fandom or ideal or anything and, like, cherry pick the worst parts of it and make it sound like it's all garbage. It's dumb.
For sure.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, everyone has the worst level of community or fanatics. They exist everywhere.
Guaranteed. Bill Maher fucking watches movies. Guess what?
Oh,
no
sure.
difference.
So I agree. He's being very hypocritical in the matter of making these kind of comments, and there's no place for that kind of stuff, especially in his position, which is very belittling and sad.
And frankly, he's just a complete and total fucking idiot to think that he can get away with saying some shit like that on the fucking internet in 2018.
Nice.
Definitely
Fuck
backlash is gonna
off.
happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a fucking stupid... I mean, he probably just didn't give a shit, I guess. But, like, why rile up a bunch of people, especially when Stanley just passed away? You know, let people mourn him and support his family and just, you know, appreciate him for what he did. He enriched people's lives. Like, even if you weren't touched by comics or Stanley, you know, have the fucking decency to appreciate that did touch people in different ways. Like, you don't know other people's lives and what they were going through. Like, they could have been, like, at their wit's end and fed up with life. And then, hey, they fucking found this thing, whatever it is, a comic, a movie, a person, whatever. They found this thing and they latched onto it and they could relate to it and it fucking turned things around for them. Fucking appreciate that. Be a human being. Don't be an asshole.
Seems like being a human being is very hard nowadays.
Apparently it is.
Well, usually, I mean, it's funny because usually if someone is, if you do hear someone generalizing like hardcore, it's usually because they are informed in the subject that they're talking about. Like, that's the number one sign that someone doesn't know what they're talking about, is that they're, like, using very generalized, like, statements about, like, on a large scale.
I never understood that. I mean, especially in this position, he should do at least some amount of research, especially for such a large group such as Marvel and Stan Lee. There's no real reason to say, I don't know any of this, buddy. How old are you? You've seen this. This has been around you for so long as you've been born. if not longer.
Yeah, like, seriously, like somebody in his seat that people know about and he can reach so many people on the internet, you know, you'd think you'd have the decency to like you said, do a little research, you know. Comic books address drug addiction and social issues and, you know, all these things, depression, tons of things that are highly relatable, and that's why they became a big deal, and that's why Stan Lee has the following that he has. Like, he's always a high, like, super positive, high energy, like you never see that guy upset. And he's always going to conventions and meeting people. Whoa, you know, meeting people, and just like he was a man of the people. You know, like he's an older guy, like he should be taking it easy, but he's still, you know, in his 90s, going to conventions and meeting people and you know, doing PR and stuff for like the Marvel movies and stuff like that, and just making comic books and Marvel really shine and taking it to the next level, and kind of bringing like a humanity to it. And he did that more so with the comics, with the way that he told stories and stuff like that. So like there's a meaning in the comics that people can relate to. But that fucking asshole just looked at it as, oh, comics, pictures, there's hardly any reading. It's not a book, it's just pictures, and they made those for kids. It's like, fuck off. Like, do some research. Maybe when comic books were brand new, sure, they were for kids. But even then, they were still tackling some of those issues. So fuck off.
And I agree. I totally agree. Oh, well.
Hell yeah. They're awesome.
Well, whoever the guy is, I'm sure he's received the backlash, and it's well deserved. And yeah, hopefully I don't hear from the guy again making comments like these, because clearly he has no place in that kind of medium to discuss such matter.
Well, and it was super opportunistic of him to even talk like that upon his passing. Like,
yeah, like that's inappropriate all by itself.
Yeah, very much.
Super pressing thing to be talking about and discussing, like comics are some epidemic. Why don't you like maybe mention it before instead of when headlines because he passed, you know?
Yeah. If it mattered to you that much, why didn't you say something before?
Yeah.
And also, why do you know nothing about it?
That's another thing indeed, yes. Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think that's all we got.
Geez, seems like this week has been kind of happy, a little more depressing still.
Yeah,
we're working towards it.
It's progress.
Progress, and we're making it there, you know?
We went in the right direction from last week.
Yes, definitely.
It went rain.
What?
Is what she said.
Oh, man.
Oh, you speak Shayla.
Yeah, it took me a couple years to learn, but... You know.
It's a complex language.
I said I'm only happy when it rains.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I know. I was saying it in English for the other two.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Don't assume my language.
Oh, man.
You people.
Wow.
You people. Wow.
Wow.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Jazz, did you have anything coming up?
I got a couple machinimas up my
Great.
short
Maple?
sleeves.
No, just kidding.
And I'm gonna quit the word and bye.
Bye.
No. What do you? Can you go into details on your upcoming stuff, or is it still top secret?
It's not top secret. I mean, I'm working on.
It's secret. It's not top secret.
I'm working on a video. I don't know if you call it machinima, but it's sort of like that. And the script is getting there. And then I have a new idea that just came up. Just anything to distract me from episode 3, because now that I can pronounce the name right, I feel like I don't need to anymore. It's all good now.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Maple? Anything exciting going on?
As of right now, nothing really particular happening. I'm just working, and yeah. Besides that, playing some more retro games. That's really about it. I don't have anything that's really newsworthy or to mention.
Well, playing retro games that's awesome. I'm jealous. Yes. I want to do that as soon as I can as well. But yeah, definitely keep us up to date as to like what you've been playing and kind of where that's going and stuff. I definitely want to hear more about it.
No problem.
Cool. How about you, Shayla? What do you have coming up?
I'm working on a machinima for Monster Hunter, and that's pretty much my main goal right now. Is just to try to get the first episode done as quickly as possible.
Good. You have until January.
Just the deadline.
I think I can do that.
Yay.
Nice.
So, do you have any idea of like is it going to be a 10-minute show? Like, is it going to be a show? Is it going to be a one-off? Like, what?
I'm expecting probably about 15 minutes. Just based on like I've been kind of watching a lot of like timing my battles and then kind of like watching other battles, and then I'm gonna be using a lot of music like from the game, and because I've noticed that the soundtrack sort of has like an ebb and flow to it, I'm sort of kind of writing how this is gonna go based around how the music, so it's like I know
That's interesting.
Like the 5-minute mark I want this to happen, and so I kind of have an idea of about 15-minute episodes because I have like sort of a structure to it and everything.
So are you trying to like one up Jazz? Like she's just like recording and then writing.
Excuse you.
And then you're fucking writing based on the music? What?
No. I'm writing the script entirely first. So the dialogue gets written, and then once I've kind of written the dialogue, I need to figure out how the battle's gonna go, because there's like I'm gonna be puppeteering or not like directing like 3 other people while I'm playing as well, and trying to make it cinematic at the same time.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that. No, I'm just kidding. Keep going.
We won't have our life bar or HUDs visible, and like everybody's gonna have to be recording, so I kind of have to figure out like how and the monsters I can't control, so, and they're the big aspect of it, so I kind of have to figure out watch how the game works and like how things are going to go along with that, because there's going to be some aspects of it that I just won't be able to fully control, and I'm hoping that makes for maybe some cool stuff too.
Yeah, for sure. You'll probably have to kind of write to accommodate whatever you record as far as the movement of the monsters. That'll definitely be a challenge.
Yeah.
And how you're probably gonna have to chop up those battles though, right? Because those fights are fucking long as hell.
Yeah. That I'm kind of leaving up. Like I'm doing a little bit of like creative writing to where like things go a little bit differently in the story, because the main premise is that hunters within Monster Hunter, within this Machinima's world, have been hunting too excessively, too much for sport, and it's pissing off like the higher level monsters. And
is this going to be a serious machinima?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because you're like laying out some fucking real shit.
Well, it's more like just the premise and motivation of the characters.
Sure.
It's just
no, that's good. That's really good. It's good to know that you're putting that much into it. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're basically that the monsters are just they have to find a different way. They have to like find a way to communicate with the monsters or chase them away or get them to go somewhere else, because like needlessly killing them for sport and using them as weapons and armor to kill more is just making more problems. So they have to find a way to kind of do something else, and that's sort of what the main cast is trying to do, is trying to figure out like how are we going to do something else? How are we going to teach the humans to like, if you could still hunt, some monsters like the dangerous ones, but do we all really need to be running?
Kill those guys, not these guys.
Yeah. So
this totally sounds like a serious machinima.
No.
It really does.
It really isn't.
You're painting the wrong picture for the audience.
Yeah.
Like it sounds cool. Like you really went in depth there, and that's awesome. But what are the funnies? Tell us some funny ideas. Oh yeah, perfect. Well, now it's just gonna be dumb.
Yeah. So,
wow.
So
I'm
one of
just
the characters.
kidding.
One of the characters is she's kind of learned how to talk to the monsters, and that's because she was raised by palicos.
Oh god.
Thinks she's a palico herself. So no one's really taken her seriously as far as her being able to talk to monsters, because she just seems like a crazy person.
So is this going to be a Pokemon situation where like everybody hears the monsters in a different way, but just one person can understand them, and they're all going to sound like Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Stop hating, man. Ryan Reynolds is best.
I refuse.
Initially, the viewers as well as the characters are only just going to hear them roaring, but over the course of the series, you will get to hear more of like what the monsters are like with that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds awesome. Can't wait to see what you got.
Yeah, I'm excited to make it.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
What you got?
Good job. Yeah, awesome. We'll have to. Are you kind of doing everything yourself? Or are you going to do like the opening and the closing and all that? Or are they even going to have like an opening and a closing?
So, everybody's
I feel like that's my fucking job now. I make everybody's intro.
Yeah. Everybody, the first episode is not going to have an intro, because the first episode is kind of just showing how they became a team. And so, like, I'm not really, like, the first episode's kind of not going to have a theme until the second episode.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I want to go for, like, the cinematic thing where, like, you know, when it's kind of like a defining episode when the credits, like, are rolling during the action. It's like, oh, they needed that extra, like, 3 minutes for story.
Yeah, to kind of set things up.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like, not that it's huge spoilers, but, like, sometimes, like, if you know, if the team is supposed to be establishing in the first episode, if you cut to an intro where you see everyone as a team, then it sort of spoils the episode in a way. I hate when, like, TV shows do that, where it's like, oh, here's this character by themselves. I wonder who they're gonna, like, who they may befriend. And then the intro starts and it shows, like, the whole cast. And you're like, yeah, so I know who they're gonna, like, who's coming. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that notices that stuff, but I hate when intros kind of spoil things.
Well, it sounds awesome. We got to wrap it up. We're running super over. But yeah,
Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Be sure to join us every week for the latest on Telltale Games and the digital apocalypse. Plus maybe some game news, survival horror, machinima, and some other stuff. We'll see how it goes. But we hope you had a great Thanksgiving, if that applies to you. If it doesn't, well, tough shit. Have a great week. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.